just about a week away. Are there butterflies? Do you feel good about where you're at right now?
You know, my competition days are long gone. Yeah. But with this one, you still get them because you want to make sure that we got a great game plan. We got great partners, and making sure that you cross the T's, dot the I's, making sure that we're ready to give this community a great experience, more than a track meet, but a great experience, starting with the gala on Thursday night. I mean, our Hall of Famers, Al Chester from FAMU, Garrett Scanlon from right here in Jacksonville, you know, Pauline Davis Thompson, a Bahamian champion 5-time, Justin Gatlin, you know, one of the fastest men in the world, you know, back in the day, and Tawana T.T. Terry, who just this summer over in Paris was the second leg of that 4x100 meter relay team. She's being inducted. And that crew that she brings with her, there's some amazing names that will be in the building this weekend.
A lot of amazing names, a lot of things that you have to talk about. We'll talk about maybe the field for this event, but part of this is honoring that legacy of Bob Hayes. You got something that you brought along with you to show off a little bit that talks about the legacy of Bob Hayes.
It's the gold medal that Bob won in the Tokyo Olympics. And being from Jacksonville, East Side, coaches and mentors felt that Bob needed to be honored a little bit more. And that was the birth of the Bob Hayes Invitational Track Meet. 60 years. The organization has been in existence for 61 years. We have been running the Bob Hayes Track Meet for 60 years. We will honor some of those men who ran in the first Bob Hayes Track Meet. They'll be at the gala. They'll be out on Saturday at the Bob Hayes Track Meet itself. My mentor, Coach Day, and Bob told me long before I even thought about grabbing hold of the baton, because this was not my legacy. I was part of the legacy. I was a student athlete that ran in the Bob Hayes Track Meet. I was a meet announcer for so many years, and Coach Day would always say, "When are you coming back to help me with this?" Well, here I am. Yeah. So we're building on the shoulders. We're standing on the shoulders of all of those legends. Coach Washington, Coach Johnson, Coach Kitchens, Coach Day, as I mentioned, and so many others. Bob told me one thing. He said, "Coleman, I don't care what you do. You keep this about the kids. It's not about old folks and grown folks," and he had a few other adjectives that he you know, listed that we can't say. But I said, "Bob, I got you." He said, "Keep it about the kids. Give them an opportunity to what's possible."
Talking about the kids, how about this year's field? I'm sure it's another stacked group.
We got over 100 different teams that will be here this weekend. Rains High School has a sprinter, one of the top times in the nation already. We've been getting smoke signals from Miami Northwestern and American Heritage and St. Thomas Aquinas. They are yapping and talking trash already, so we can't wait for this weekend. We've got some great athletes, like I said, this early in the year running some of the fastest times in the nation. So it's going to be an amazing event.
It is always such a competitive group, and you always seem to have the best field out there. And you love when you can have some of that good-natured kind of back and forth before you get out there on the track.
Well, the kids would say, if you can run and win at the Bob Hayes, you can run and win anywhere. Back when I was a part of the Vikings radio broadcast team, I would always look at the program and see where the kids went to high school. And I would find out that they did run track. And, "Hey, man, I remember seeing you at the Bob Hayes." "Well, what do you mean, OG?" "Listen, I saw you run at the Bob Hayes." Man, the Bob Hayes was a bomb, and it's been year after year after year. The legacy and the legend of Bob Hayes is so amazing. And we want to make sure that we keep that legacy alive and let kids know what's possible. Even though my career was NFL, but it was track and field that opened my eyes to what was possible.
Talking about the history of the event just a little bit, but what has it been like to see the growth from, I mean, what it was just a few years ago, or years ago, and to what it is now?
Well, I have to give credit to our amazing partners here in the city of Jacksonville, Mayor Deegan, Pepsi, Best Bet, Community First, Pinnacle Bank. I mean, we've got so many amazing partners that believe in young people. There is a scholarship fund where we give scholarships to kids to help them in their educational journey. I look at it as we're not only changing lives from an athletic standpoint, but if you give a kid a head start from an educational standpoint, you're changing legacies, you're changing generations. So that's what gets us excited.